Good morning. Maybe I can turn this around a little bit. Maybe that'll work. Good enough. I got up this morning, the dog woke me up. And it's early. They've been woke me up at 1 o'clock in the middle of the night. But I'm going to talk about this pandemic. And I should name it what it is. It's a plague. There ain't no damn pandemic. Pretty fancy name. They don't want to excite the people. They don't want to call it what it is, a plague. So, that's what I'm thinking. I'm looking in my bag, my make me pretty bag, let's call it. No, they're getting ready to send these kids back to school. Well, that's the biggest mistake they ever made. They look at the plague in 1918, they had the second wave. Well, when they send these kids back to school, they'll have the second wave, whether they like it or not. And if you want to look at if history repeats itself, the second wave was worse than the first one. So when you send all these little kids back to school, it's going to be worse than the first one. In my opinion, you can do what you want to. I ain't got no little kids. My 50-year-olds probably make it. If you look back in history, we've had plagues and pandemics, as they want to call it, so it's pretty. Like we planned it, huh? No, it's a plague on humanity. Because we haven't followed the rules and the regulations and all the good stuff that we're supposed to be following. They said this one started from eating 2 different kinds of animals. Well, it tells you our dietary laws in the Bible, what we're supposed to eat. We don't follow them. We don't follow much of nothing in that book. That's the sad part. Like I said, I look for this next one. They had some results of worldwide that up to 20 million to 500 million died during the plague. And then, I don't know how many died of the Spanish flu, but a bunch. We have to follow the guidelines of what's given us. Look at here, coconut oil, body lotion. I'm putting it on my hands. Oh, that's enough for 10 people. Look at that. My hands are rough. No, when it's a plague, I've been using that sanitizer so much, it's unreal. Trying to keep myself from catching anything. But people don't want to listen. I've heard rumors, they ain't no such thing, blah, 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 blah. Well, let me tell you what. My grandma, God bless her old soul, she said, some of this from my face, maybe that'll feel better. She said they didn't get too upset till they started stacking up bodies like cordwood. Of course, we talked quite a while about it. She was alive in 1918. When I was talking to her back in the day, in 1965 or something like that, she said that when it came to the kids dying, she said they lost 1 out of 4. That's what she said. Of course, families were a lot larger then. Losing 1 kid, maybe 2, wasn't too bad when they had 12, 14 kids, I guess. I remember my mother, we lost 4 back in the day, one illness or another. But for a parent, nowadays, you'd be a damn idiot to send your damn kids to school. I mean, haven't you ever heard of holding them back a year? Hell, they do that all the time. A kid ain't learning good, we need to hold him back. Well, hell, just think about this. What would be the damn difference of graduating at 17 or 18 years of age, if you held them back a year? You know what I'm saying? If they graduate at 16 or 17, you'll hold them back till they're 18. At least they'll be alive. Because I don't think there's going to be enough out there. I'll spray some of this on me. I got all this shit, I might as well use it. I don't think it's going to hurt you to hold your kid back a year. Even if you can't homeschool them like you should. It ain't going to kill them to hold them back one more year from graduating. That's my opinion. And I'm sticking to it. I'd rather live with a kid that's bitching and griping because he couldn't leave the house a year earlier or go to college a year earlier than be dead and have to, well, I better go out there and put some flowers on that grave. That's what my opinion is. My eyes got stuff all over it. But call it what it is. It ain't no damn pandemic. It's a damn plague. The Bible speaks of them. Hell, they even killed the firstborn in the Bible. Didn't they call that the 10 plagues of Egypt or something like that? I think it was 10 of them. Hell, I can't remember. Too far back. That's what I wasn't alive, but I keep thinking, yeah, that was too far back for me to remember. But the last one was killing the firstborn. I know that. So they called it a plague, the plagues of Egypt. We had the bubonic plague, the Spanish influenza plague, pandemic. Yeah, okay, it's a pandemic. I'm panicking. No, they don't say it's panicking. It's a plague on mankind. Because we didn't do shit right. That he said he'll speak to. Said he'll shake the ground to get your attention. He's trying to do everything he can to get your attention. What did the Bible say? Stop, kneel, and pray? Yeah. Better do a bunch of that. You better stop, kneel, and pray. Well, during the plague, they went through the towns beating themselves with lashes. Did it help? I don't know. I wasn't there, but it finally went away, so something must have helped. It must have killed all the rats and fleas. But we still got fleas and we still got rats, so something helped. Listen to me. I'm gonna get you. That's what you guys woke me up fighting and arguing this morning. And I'm tired of it. You want me to beat you with a club? 1 out of 4, I got 4 of them. Which one you want me to bump off first? They've been irritating all night. I guess I didn't let them run and play too much yesterday because it was too hot. Now they decided to keep me up all night. Because they slept all day, like kids. Little guys up there, see? Pokey. He said, Daddy, what do you want? I want you to be quiet so I can sleep. They're jealous of one another, is what it is. My sugar level's not good. But, yeah, the plagues of Egypt. Well, this is the plagues of the world right now. I'm going to do my sugar. Sit some up. It's probably 300 anyway. I don't feel good. Yeah, I look for, like I said, the next wave. Now, if you got enough kids, losing one, I guess ain't too bad. I don't want to lose anything myself. I don't want to lose none of my grandkids, none of my great-grandkids, or none of my own kids. Pay attention. God's trying to tell you something. But you can do whatever you want to. If you don't believe in God, then Mother Earth's trying to tell you something. But something's trying to tell you something. There's an imbalance in the world. But here, Lord, I don't feel good. 186 climate. Oh, above range. Oh, I'd say so. Yeah. Something trying to tell you something. Like the old saying, God's trying to tell you something. Better start listening. Mother Earth's trying to tell you something. The cosmos are trying to tell you something. Yeah, karma's trying to tell you something. Well, you can name it anything you want to. History's trying to tell you something. It's repeating itself over and over and over again because we don't pay no attention. We are sort of dumb-witted and slow-minded. This dog up here. Look at your tail. Look at your tail. Look at his tail. I got his tail. Now he wants to go to sleep. After you woke me up, I'm going to keep your butt awake. Found out he got into my candy last night. Wonder he ain't sick. But anyway, he woke me up rattling cellophane. So I knew he was into it. I got up and got it away from him. Yeah, we're not in a pandemic. We're in a plague. Plague on mankind because we get dim-witted and won't pay a damn attention. Oh, there ain't no such thing as Corona-19 or the COVID-19 or whatever you want to call it there and shit. My theory behind it is if you want to survive, pay attention. You know. That's why they got cemeteries and they're getting full. Well, they got plenty of refrigerated trucks. I can store them in there for a while. Yeah, I guess. But mankind is on a break right now. A brink of civilization and things that's happening in the world that it's happened before. We've wiped out whole civilizations. Plagues have. Wars have. Yeah. And usually comes before or after a war comes a plague. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, you got to pay attention. If you want to take the risk of losing a child, then send it to school. You take a risk anyway from sitting at home. Well, I know somebody's going to say that. Yeah, but not as high a risk. Yeah. Back during the Spanish flu, my grandmother said there's people living in the cities, letting the kids play in the street and play with others. They lost about 1 out of 4. And in some areas, they lost 3 out of 4. 2 out of 4. There's always one survivor left. God said he'd always leave a remnant. That's what he said, I'll leave a remnant. Remnant ain't very many. If you want to get back to the old terms, a remnant ain't very many. But that's what's happening right now. It's a plague. It's not a pandemic. It's like, a recession and a depression. Well, a recession is when your neighbor ain't got no work. A depression when you ain't got no work. Well, that's probably been there and done that 2 or 3 times. I've seen whole civilizations, climate change, and they move. Go back. I was a good history reader. I like to study history. And there's all kinds of books that do it. From Plato to Socrates to historians today. Herodotus, he was an historian. Read all that bullshit. That's what they teach you in college, like it's going to do you any damn good when you get grown. Other than what happened in the past is repeated in the future. I better let you go. I'm going to try to go back to bed a little after 2. And this monster up here let me sleep without getting into my candy. But you're going to end up being a diabetic. I'll start testing your blood. You ain't going to like that very much. Boys on the vans. passed out. The big boy's on a love seat with his mama, because he's the one that started a big fight a while ago. Baby girl, she's like, okay, whatever. Well, think about what I've said, because I'm telling you right now, there's no guarantee that mankind will come through this unscathed. We could lose up to 75 to 90% of the population over this. And ain't no sense blaming this person, blaming that person, blaming anything. If you want to blame anything, blame yourself. Because you've already been told, you got good common sense. Protect yourself best possible. Wear your goggles, face mask, gloves, sanitizer. Do everything that you possibly can do. And that ain't no guarantee, because God said He falls on the just and the righteous and the just and the unjust, righteous and the wicked. Now, I don't know what He's got in the idea of wicked. We're all wicked. But He said that He'd promised He'd leave a remnant of His people. I mean, people that believe in Him. And of course, there's all kinds of. What about Nicodemus? I think one of them was called Nicodemus. He wasn't even a Jew, so they didn't even believe in God. But He left him. I think it was, because he was a righteous man. A good man's what the word righteous means. Well, I'm tired of preaching this morning. I can preach it to the dog and him upside in my head if he don't start straightening up. He knows he's spoiled rotten. That's his biggest problem. Him spoiled. They're all spoiled. They think if they get me up, I'll give them a treat. They ain't going to get such a thing in the early morning. He got his own treat. He got into my crap. Talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Think about it. Do you want to take the chance when it comes to your children?